On the outside, the Swift sports a sleek and modern design. Suzuki have introduced a new Horizon design line that wraps around the vehicle, creating a sense of motion. Rounded shoulder lines give it a sporty edge, while the iconic Suzuki badge proudly sits at the front of the bonnet. Lower headlight positions and L-shaped daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a touch of sophistication. And check out those clear rear tailgate lights.
A LISTNR production.
Good morning, it's Andrew Shaw with you. A fresh plea to take more care on the roads with a spike in fatalities across the state's regions. The Australian Automobile Association says there's been a 5.7% jump in lives lost across Victorian roads in the last year. 144 lives have already been lost across the state since January 1, 85 of them in regional areas. More than 90% of Gippsland residents are backing stronger local action to reduce tobacco and vape harm. That data is from a survey by the Gippsland Region Public Health Unit. Population Health Manager Andy Connell says residents were particularly worried about rising vaping rates in young people.
So what we know is that 12-year-olds who start vaping are actually 29 times more likely to smoke traditional cigarettes as they get older.
A $3.2 million upgrade to the Wilfcox Pavilion at Kyabram Recreation Reserve is set to begin soon. Campaspe Shire Council says the project includes the delivery of new female-friendly and gender-neutral facilities, with more improvements planned for next year. And our local ski resorts like Mount Buller and Mount Baw, as well as Gippsland's Wilson Prom, will play a part in a new Victorian State Government international marketing campaign set to be announced today. Alpine Resorts Victoria will be a key focus, with an aim to driving visitors to our alpine regions. The campaign to be rolled out across social media, roadshows and other joint marketing campaigns around the world.
The Victorian Government is calling on councils across Gippsland to apply for grants to improve road safety for vulnerable road users in the community. Transport Accident Commission CEO Tracy Slatter says it's been a devastating year so far on the roads.
We've had a tragic first half year on Victorian roads, so creating a safe road network is crucial to reducing the numbers of lives lost, and local governments are an important part of that. The TAC Local Government Grant Program is about supporting local councils in protecting the people who use the roads in their areas.
The Nationals member for Gippsland South, Danny O'Brien, is calling for urgent action on social housing in Gippsland South. Mr O'Brien is joining Uniting Wellington's division in highlighting the critical shortage of social housing, saying more housing is needed.
We desperately need more social housing in Gippsland. I've been campaigning on this for some time, and despite the government's big investments of dollars into new housing, we've actually seen less social housing available in Gippsland under this government's term of 10 years in office, and we're seeing the actual number of homes go backwards.
Victoria Police are calling on locals to have their say in a new community settlement survey. Emma Roberts reports.
The survey helps shape local safety priorities by gathering feedback from residents and businesses about crime concerns, police engagement and community safety. Questions include top 3 safety concerns, how safe do you feel at a number of locations including shopping centres, and ideas to engage with police. To take part, which will take around 10 minutes, head to Victoria Police website and complete the Community Sentiment Survey, which closes at the end of the month. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
The Victorian Government has announced a number of libraries will share in more than $4 million for upgrades. Upgrades to community facilities in libraries in Morwell and technology upgrades at Wellington Libraries. Minister for Local Government Nick Stakos says libraries are important to regional areas.
I know just how much Victorians love their local library, and I also know just how important local libraries are to regional and rural communities in our state. One of the ways in which the Allan Labor government supports our 293 public libraries in Victoria is through the Living Libraries Infrastructure Program.
TAFE Gippsland are still celebrating following the 2025 World Skills Australian National Championships, which were held in Brisbane. Sam College reports.
Some of Gippsland's brightest young tradies have done us proud at the National Work Skills Championships. Tom Harms struck gold in electrical installation, Ruben Pinkerton and Abby Jeffs picked up silver in steelwork and electrical control, and Kiri Higgins was awarded a Certificate of Excellence in hairdressing. Sam College, Ace Radio.
Gippsland Water is assisting in shaping the workforce by giving a local high school student an opportunity to get a head start on their career. Managing Director Sarah Cumming says Xavier from Kurnai College is the first to be taken under the program.
Year 11 Kernai College student Xavier recently became the first student to work at Gippsland Water under the school-based apprenticeship and traineeship program. After completing work experience with us last year, we're giving students the opportunity to grow both personally and professionally, while taking on the tasks of a Gippsland Water employee.
The head of the Victorian Tourism Industry Council is pretty chuffed with the state government's new effort to get tourists to visit the Goulburn Valley and Gippsland. Felicia Mariani says the $7 million marketing push will target key international markets.
Just funding and the response by the industry to a co-op program like this has really shown that there is a fantastic appetite to work in partnership with government to drive conversion activities and to drive visitation right across the state.
It's hoped it'll get more visitors in and grow the state's $40 billion visitor economy. There are calls for urgent action to address coastal erosion along the coast between Inverloch and Cape Patterson. Local Nationals member Melina Barth says limited access to beaches in the area has locals alarmed, with its Surf Lifesaving Club in a vulnerable position.
So unfortunately, coastal erosion has been occurring at an alarming rate at Inverloch Beach, and the dunes are receding, and there is real concern that the Surf Lifesaving Club will go under.
And the green light's been given for a brand new suburb in Shepparton South East. The plan is to build almost 3,000 homes that'll house around 7,000 people. The state government says they'll be living in a neighbourhood that boasts walkable streets, parks and community facilities.
The Victorian Government has announced major upgrades at the Gippsland Sports and Entertainment Park in Morwell have taken a step forward with a head builder appointed to deliver the project. Minister for Community Sport Ross Spence yesterday announced that Victorian company Building Engineering Proprietary Limited has been appointed to lead the upgrades to the facility. According to the Minister, Building Engineering have extensive experience in delivering high-quality projects, which include the West Gippsland Performing Arts Centre. Work is expected to be completed in late 2026. As winter sets in, Ambulance Victoria is urging Gippsland and the Valley locals to take simple steps to make sure their homes are easy for paramedics to find and access in an emergency. Emma Roberts reports.
AV are urging locals to make sure our homes are clearly marked with easy access, which can make a critical difference when someone's life is in danger. The organisation is urging locals do some of the steps to assist paramedics: turn on your outdoor lights, secure pets, keep access clear and clearly display your street number. Narelle Kapp, Acting Executive Director of Regional Operations at Ambulance Victoria, said these small steps can help save precious time. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
The Nationals' Melina Barth has written to Labor's Minister for Public and Active Transport, Gabrielle Williams, seeking a concrete guarantee Gippsland's V-Line rail service will be fully reinstated following the winter shutdown. Ms Barth is concerned that we may lose a direct passage to Southern Cross Station.
There is genuine concern that Gippsland Line will lose its direct passage to Southern Cross at the end of Melbourne Works. And the Labor government must commit to providing a direct service from Traralgon through to the Southern Cross Station without passengers having to disembark.
There's just under a week left for the Gippsland community to throw their support behind our local finalists in the Top Tourism Town Awards. Mayor John White from East Gippsland Shire Council is urging locals to vote.
This is an incredible recognition of our vibrant communities. Public voting is open until Friday 27th of June. Head to the Victoria Tourism Industry Council website and cast your vote.
The Victorian Government has announced it's helping a Gippsland business step into the next chapter by launching a new agricultural irrigation plumbing business. The support is through the Forestry Transition Fund.
This $130,000 investment from the Labor government will enable DL Jackson Contracting Australia to expand their agricultural services, to design and build specialty irrigation and plumbing systems, and provide technical support and repairs. The Forestry Transition Program has backed so many local businesses.
Minister for Agriculture Ross Spence speaking there. A 25-year-old Newborough man has been charged with a number of offences through June. Sam College reports.
Latrobe Crime Investigation Unit detectives say the man allegedly stole a white Mitsubishi wagon from a Newborough primary school on June 5th. 2 weeks later, he allegedly stole a white Ford Territory from a Moe home, which was reportedly driven erratically through the CBD before arriving at Yallourn Power Station, where a second vehicle, a blue Ford Ranger, was allegedly stolen. He was later arrested and allegedly assaulted a police officer before being sedated and taken to Latrobe Regional Hospital. The man will face a remand hearing in Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court. Sam College, Ace Radio.
Armed Crime Squad detectives have charged a man after locating firearms and explosives in Churchill on Monday. Sam College reports.
As part of the search, police located what appeared to be an improvised explosive device in a nearby area. A 41-year-old Churchill man was charged with prohibited person use firearm, prohibited person possess 2 or more firearms, possess explosive substance, possess ammunition, and commit indictable offences while on bail. He was remanded to appear at the Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court today. Sam College, Ace Radio.
Respected educator Mark Reeves has been appointed to the board of TAFE Gippsland. A lifelong learner, Mark brings valuable place-based experience as an East Gippsland community leader, experienced board director and leader in education and training. TAFE Gippsland Board Chair Paul Buckley, PSM, says Mark's expertise were highly sought after. Mr Buckley also acknowledging the services of outgoing TAFE Gippsland Director Angela Hudson, who has served in both the board and professional capacities for TAFE for many years. Football and netball clubs across the region have until next month to submit applications for funding to improve their facilities through the state government's country football and netball program. Member for Gippsland East Tim Bull urges clubs to get their applications in now.
The state government country footy and netball grants are open again. This is a program that has delivered so many improvements to our region across the last decade or so. Applications do need to be auspiced by local council, but it's a great opportunity for those clubs that are the heart and soul of our community to get improvements completed at their various facilities.
Applications close on July 7. Head to sport.vic.gov.au. Victoria Police are investigating an alleged break-in at the Container Deposit Scheme premises in Morwell on the 21st of June. Latrobe Valley Enterprises on Facebook saying it's the second time in a month they have faced this type of destruction, with the alleged offenders driving through roller doors and causing significant and costly damage. The organisation also saying that the team is heartbroken, however is encouraging everyone to visit the other Container Deposit Scheme venue at 40 Bell Street, Moe. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. A cold, wet and windy day across Gippsland with temperatures dipping below average. A chilly air mass sweeping across Victoria is behind the dropping conditions. Rowan Smith, senior forecaster for the Bureau of Meteorology, says the winds should start to die down.
Much cooler than what we have seen over the last couple of days. We will see the wind starting to ease off compared to what we have seen over the last couple of days as well. The silver lining here is this good cold burst of temperatures and showers. We will see some rain, some snow fall down to some reasonably low levels.
Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue drew a crowd of 500 Gippsland men last week. Guests include funny man Arj Barker, ex-AFL umpire Razor Ray Chamberlain, Brad Oakes and Tom Seagate. The event raised close to $100,000 for local programs and the Prostate Cancer Foundation of Australia. Organisers are already planning the 2026 event. 6-year-old Alexis from Lucknow Primary School's Auskick Centre has been named the 9th NAB AFL Auskicker of the Year. Ember Roberts reports.
Selected Auskickers will have the opportunity to invite an Auskick teammate of their choice to join them for a remarkable experience, attending the 2025 Toyota AFL Grand Final with Alexis selecting her older sister Amelia. Alexis and Amelia will join their fellow team NAB AFL Auskick recruits at the MCG for a once-in-a-lifetime Grand Final experience where they will take centre stage and present the winning team with their premiership medallions. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
Wellington Police will be holding a Coffee with a Cop event on Friday at Muffin Break Cafe inside the Gippsland Centre from 10 till 11. Coffee with a Cop brings police officers and the community together, having a relaxed chat over a cup of coffee. Further details can be found on the iWatch Wellington Police Service Area Facebook page. Former Australian of the Year Rosie Batty is set to speak at an event at the Regent Theatre in Yarram. Natalie Anderson reports.
Wellington Shire Council are welcoming author and advocate Ms. Batty for a powerful evening of hope and community action. Rosie's story is one of unimaginable loss and extraordinary strength. Her voice has become a national call to end family violence. Tickets are available by visiting the council Facebook page or visiting the Regent Theatre website. Natalie Anderson, Ace Radio.
A new state-run service has launched this week to help renters and landlords, including those across Gippsland and the Valley, resolve disputes quickly and fairly. The free system connects both parties with trained coordinators to resolve common issues like compensation or maintenance concerns, avoiding courtrooms and legal fees. Premier Jacinta Allen says the goal is to ease pressure on VCAT.
We understand we need to do things differently here to support renters, particularly with some of those really more common disputes around rental increases, getting repairs fixed, the return of bonds.
A local volunteer firefighter has retired from the CFA after 65 years of service to the Traralgon and Swan Hill communities. Emma Clark reports.
Henry Dunstan was originally a member of the Swan Hill Fire Brigade until work led him to the Latrobe Valley and a long history with Traralgon Fire Brigade. Henry has been a long-time supporter of the Fire Brigade competitions and championships, not only competing but also a trackmaster. The organisation said on Facebook they're grateful for Henry's service and the support that he has had from his wife Kath. CFA District 27 Assistant Chief Fire Officer Brian Russell presented Henry with a certificate of service signed by the CFA Chief Officer and CFA Chief Executive Officer. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
A 17-year-old teenager has been found guilty of murdering former Traralgon Dr. Ash Gordon. The teenager had denied the 2024 stabbing, was one of 4 youths who broke into the doctor's home as he and his housemate slept. Dr. Gordon chased 3 of the intruders before a struggle occurred, during which he was stabbed. Outside court, his sister Natalie said the case was one of the most difficult things they've ever had to endure.
Unimaginable things. They tried to make him sound like such a monster, and they seen through it all. It was fantastic to hear that guilty verdict. Was just the biggest relief.
The Latrobe Crime Investigation Unit are currently investigating a burglary at a commercial business in Hazelwood North. Emma Clark reports.
The alleged theft took place on the 5th of June around 5 a.m, where unknown offenders have allegedly broken into a business and stolen a distinctive Furphy water cart. Investigators have released images of the stolen water cart, a vehicle of interest, and of a male who may be able to assist with their inquiries, which you can find at the iWatch Latrobe Police Service Area Facebook page. Anyone with information is urged to contact Latrobe Crime Investigation Unit or Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
East Gippsland Shire Council has adopted its suite of strategic documents, including the annual budget and council plan. The budget was endorsed by councillors on Monday night, with Mayor John White thanking those in the community who submitted their thoughts.
This budget reflects what our community told us matters most, from fixing roads and renewing buildings to making parks safe and inviting. More than 4,000 locals helped shape our council plan, and it's their ideas and priorities that are now driving our investments.
Another group of RAAF pilots are set to graduate today and tomorrow and will receive a fly pass by a number of aircraft, including the Roulettes. Graduating pilot Flight Lieutenant Paul Moylan says graduates will move across Australia.
No, so we all now move to various bases around Australia. Some will go out to Perth to continue training, going down the fast jet path to hopefully one day fly an F-35 or a Super Hornet or Growler. Others, we're going to fly aircraft within the air mobility group. So I'm off to fly the KC-30 tanker in Brisbane, and we have other people going to the C-130 Hercules in Sydney and the C-27 in Brisbane as well.
Maui police have laid charges against 6 individuals following an investigation into copper thefts from an old hospital site in Newborough. Between February and May this year, it's alleged the group broke into the Ollerton Avenue property on several occasions, taking more than 800 kilograms of electrical cabling and plumbing materials. The stolen copper is estimated to be worth up to $10,000. On February 21, police located and recovered a stolen truck along with tools and other equipment believed to have been used in the thefts. The truck has since been returned to its owner. All 6 people charged are expected to appear in court at different times through the year. The RACV is backing the Victorian government's move to expand Road Rule 79A, which is set to come into effect in days, giving much-needed protection to emergency roadside workers, tow truck drivers and the people they're servicing. RACV's Automotive Services General Manager Michaelia Cole says slowing down should already be second nature.
Well, technically the expansion to the road rule comes in from the 1st of July, but I think it'd be good practice for anybody between now and then, if they do, see any flashing lights, to just start observing that behaviour.
Bendigo Bank has announced that they will be closing their Yarram and Currumborough branches later this year. Nathan James reports.
Releasing a statement, the Bendigo Bank says it has made the difficult decision to permanently close its Coombarra branch and ATM on Friday the 29th of August, and its Yarram branch on Friday the 26th of September. Federal member for Gippsland, Darren Chester, says he is concerned for the bank's customers.
So for people who have disabilities, for older residents, community groups or small business people, this will have a real impact on how they conduct their business in their own town.
The bank is in process of communicating the change to customers. Nathan James, Ace Radio.
A major supermarket and food organisation are joining forces after it's been revealed that 1 in 4 people are reducing meal portions and 1 in 5 are skipping meals. Adisa Hubernack, Social Impact Manager from the Gippsland Dairy team, says it's easy to get involved.
It's easy to get involved. Just pick your favourite Gippsland Dairy product at Coles between now and the 8th of July. Every product is a donation to Second Bite, helping get good food to people doing it tough this winter. One small choice in your trolley can make a big difference at the dinner table for someone else. Customers can also donate at the checkout, with 100% of funds raised going to Second Bite.
With the rise in flu cases across the region, our emergency departments are becoming busier, adding extra strain to an already stretched department. Hospitals and the state government are urging non-emergencies to look at other alternatives, including virtual ED. Dr. Susie Miller, Acting Director of the Victorian Virtual Emergency Department, says it's easy to access.
Very easy to access. Just head to any web browser and type in vved.org.au. You'll then see a series of tiles. You'll want to click the one that says, "Are you sick, unwell?" Follow the instructions and you'll be put right into a virtual waiting room to be seen by our emergency nurse.
Residents across Gippsland and the Valley are being urged to take part in a parliamentary petition in reducing the minimum probationary driver licence age from 18 to 17. Nationals member for Gippsland South, Danny O'Brien, says it would bring Victoria into line with other states.
That would bring Victoria into line with every other state in the nation. It is quite bizarre that the state government doesn't want to look at this. We took this, the Nationals and Liberals took it to the last election, and we're considering doing so again with our policies heading into 2026. We think particularly for rural and regional kids that the ability to get their licence a year earlier would make a huge difference.
The petition is open until October 1 and is available at parliament.vic.gov.au.
It was a top-of-the-table clash. Crowds were expecting to be a close one in the Goulburn Valley League, but it wasn't to be. With the unbeaten Kyabram toppling Rochester 107-45, Maroubra meantime put Tatura to the sword in round 11 with a 108-point win, while Echuca toppled Seymour. And as for the Gippsland League action, Druin had no answer for Morwell, going down by 32 points on Saturday, while Warragul were too good for Wonthaggi. A much closer contest meantime between Leongatha and Traralgon, the visitors nabbing the win by just 3 points.
Rob Hobblestone reports on Mid-Gippsland football.
Ballera went down in a heartbreaker, beaten by just a solitary point to Tarwin. Tura notched up another win, making light work at Newborough. Yanar managed to keep Hill End at arm's length to win by 25. MDU beat Mubu North by better than 10 goals. Foster likewise 60-point winners over Stony Creek, while Fish Creek did what was needed to defeat Thorpedale by 5 goals.
South East Melbourne Phoenix will make their annual journey to Gippsland with a pair of games in the NBL 26 season at Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium. Point guard Owen Foxwell says he and the team are looking forward to returning.
We've come back year after year because the town and the community keep showing their support, and we love playing there. 2 out of the 3 times we've gone there, we've gotten wins. So it's really exciting to go back. The community always shows out, like I said, so we're really excited about it.
Round 10 of Gippsland League football. Moe 2014-134 defeated Bairnsdale 8-11-59. Morwell 13-10-88 defeated Druin 8-8-56. Warragul 14-15-99 defeated Wonthaggi 5-10-40. Traralgon 11-10-76 defeated Leongatha 11-7-73. And Maffra 21-11-137 defeated Sale 8-8-56. 56.
Over to sport now, and round 11 was one to remember for the Shepparton Gators, winning back-to-back games over the weekend. A 12-point win over Sunbury and 26-point win over Wyndham now sees the Gators climb up to 5th on the Big V Championship table. In Div 1, Gippsland's men had a surprise loss to Western Point, and the women were 2-point winners in their Div 2 clash against Wallen. And briefly to the Talent League footy, the Murray Bushrangers boys lost out to Dandenong over the weekend by 58 points, while the girls were on the wrong end of an 8-point deficit. As for the Gippsland Power Boys, well, they narrowly pipped Eastern Rangers by 3 points, while the girls had the bye. All the action is getting back underway this weekend.
East Gippsland football results with Rod Twining.
Orbostow Rovers host Wyong, and in an upset, the final score saw the Blues kick 13-11-89 to defeat the Tigers 8-11-59. In the other games, Boysdale Braga defeated Lakes Entrance by 19 points, Stratford defeated Lindo by 33 points, and Lucknow defeated Painesville by 209 points.
Round 10 of North Gippsland football results. Yallourn North 35-14, 224, defeated Churchill 2-6-18. Yarram 23-17, 155, defeated Gormandale 5-5-35. Hayfield 9-9-63 defeated Rosedale 7-5-47. TTU 13-16-94 defeated Cower 8-6-54. And Woodside 24-13, 167 defeated Glengarry 7-6-48. The Latrobe Valley Hockey Association took on Maccabi Hockey Club in Churchill, going down 3-0 in the men's competition, which was their 6th loss of the season. Meanwhile, in the women's competition, it was a 2-2 draw against St Bede's Hockey Club played at Mentone. Carly Thompson and Kim Tanti scoring for Latrobe Valley. The women's side currently sit 4th on the ladder, while the men are in 8th. Gippsland United men suffered their 3rd loss of the Big V Division 1 basketball season, going down to Western Port 105-95. It was the second half blitz by Western Port that secured the win. United's Jalen Wimberley scoring 35 points. United are second on the ladder. Meanwhile, in the women's competition, United had a 2-point win against Wallen, 70-68. Ellie Coots with 21 points. Youth League women and men are at home on Saturday. Round 15 of Victorian Netball League tonight with our Gippsland Stars taking on Western Warriors at State Netball Centre. Last time they met, 23 and under competition, it was a 56-39 win to the Warriors, while in the championship competition it was also a win to the Warriors, 51-41. So redemption is what both sides are hoping for when they take to the court. North Gippsland football and netball on Saturday, TTU versus Glengarry. Rosedale take on Cower, Yarram play host to Hayfield. Churchill are at home against Gormandale, and Sal City take on Yallourn North. Under 18 football gets underway from 10, reserves from midday and seniors from 2:15. Round 15 of the Victorian Netball League last night, and in the 23 and under competition, it was another loss for our Gippsland Stars, 38-63 against Western Warriors. Maya Healy with 15 goals, Chelsea Bowman with 12. In the championship competition, Western Warriors took the win, 58-52. Ramea Gawley with 28 goals. The Traralgon Harriers Athletic Club are hosting a run tonight, which will start at the Franklin Street footpath opposite the Traralgon Tennis Centre, with a committee meeting to follow at the club rooms. Walkers and slow runners take off after check-in. Group 2 starts at 5:50, Group 3 from 6 p.m, Group 4 at 6:05 and Group 5 at 6:10. New runners and walkers are welcome. Head to the club's Facebook page for further details. Gippsland Power Boys are on the road tomorrow for round 13 of the Coates Talent League. They take on Murray Bushrangers at Highgate Recreation Reserve with the first bounce from 2:40. The girls have a fortnight off and return to action on the 6th of July. Round 11 of Gippsland League football, here's Daryl Cooling previewing the match of the round.
Traralgon taking on Moe. Traralgon big winners last week over Leongatha. The trip over to South Gippsland to get the 4 points was a big one. The Maroons now well and truly in that top 3 hunt. And of course, they take on the Moe side who sit on top of the ladder. This will be an absolutely cracking game of football at the Terry Hunter Oval on Saturday afternoon.
Round 10 of East Gippsland football and netball tomorrow. Lakes Entrance are at home taking on Lucknow. Painesville play host to Orbostow Rovers. Stratford versus Boysdale Barragalong, and Wyong do battle with Lindenow. Under 17.5 get underway from 9:45, reserves from 12:30 and seniors from 2:15. That's the latest in local news and sport.
Unleash your vehicle's power beyond limits. Discover our exclusive range of Yuasa automotive batteries, engineered for unparalleled reliability and performance to power your journey like never before. Battery World. Power your passion.